Hey, this is Sarah Ackerman, and I'm here to discuss scholarly writing and for just a quick video blog talk. So, the first thing about scholarly writing is that you need to know your purpose and thinking about what style is this writing? Is it going to be reflective? Is it going to be instructional? Or is it going to be scholarly? And I got this information from one of the YouTube videos that we watched. And I thought that was really important for us to think about as far as what the tone is for the writing, and knowing that reflective writing is academic, but it's got a very different tone than scholarly writing. When we write reflective writing, we're kind of writing that for ourselves and for our teacher to read. It's not necessarily even for our peers. It's really just it's to help grow us ourselves. Instructional writing is to teach somebody else something. So if you're leading a class, then you're going to use an instructional tone as you're teaching your students something. And then scholarly writing is where you are sharing your knowledge with a broad group of people who are other professionals, academics, students, etc. And so scholarly writing is really going to be a different tone as well. And then thinking about practicing. Your graduate coursework is going to give you practice with writing. You're going to get practice by doing professional contributions like blogs and essays, and then of course your doctoral research. So what are some best practices for writing? Well, using peer-reviewed articles and other scholarly sources is going to be your first step for whenever you're writing about your research, starting with quality sources. And then I discovered through our videos this week this idea of top-tier resources and using those when they're possible. We need to avoid plagiarism. That's absolutely a best practice in our writing. And then knowing what our writing style is, avoiding those taboo words that we want to keep out of scholarly writing, if that's the style of writing we're doing. And having that appropriate tone for the work, whether it's reflective or instructional or scholarly. So the last thing I want to talk about is creating a writer's habit. And this idea is something that I know a long time ago I read Stephen King's book on writing, and just this idea of having sort of a daily writing habit. For an academic writer, you're going to want to read research every day, because the more we read research, this is just a big takeaway I've gotten from this class here, is that the more we read research, the more it helps us as writers. We want to write every day. Just writing something for the academic field that we're in will help propel us to become better writers. It's practice. We want to avoid procrastination. Not something I've done well in this class, because it can lead to unintended plagiarism. I don't think I've had plagiarism, but it's tough when you procrastinate. And getting into the habit of getting feedback from our peers early in our writing process, and then often. And in turn, because we're part of a collaborative community, giving feedback to others early and often is part of that process of reading research every day and writing every day. Whenever we can get feedback, that's an opportunity for us to learn more. So thanks guys for watching. Have a great last week of our class.